Cinema is back. Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by CritiX.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, pop culture, and if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe key and that notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is here. It's in theaters, and I had a chance to see it. Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. That's right, it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and of course, the amazing Lily Gladstone, and we're going to talk about it. What did I think about this film? Let me start with this. Y'all remember that Leonardo DiCaprio meme? Oh my God. 3.5 hours of pure disgust. I normally movies don't really bother me that much, even true stories. This film is also based on a book that came out in, I believe, 2017, called "Killers of the Flower Moon" and the birth. Oh no, the Osage murders and the birth of the FBI, and it was written by David Grant. Now, that's not the first time that this story has been depicted in a book. It was also depicted in a book by Linda Hogan in 1991, but this particular film is based on the Killers of the Flower Moon book by David Grant in 2017. Now, Martin Scorsese is bold, and he takes this story based on a true story. I don't exactly know how much of the story is true, other than the murders of the Osage Nation in Oklahoma. Now, for those of you who do not know what this movie is about, let me break it down for you real quick before I give you my overall review. So, the Osage Nation, a small town in Oklahoma, which was was full of natives, indigenous people. They had a treaty with the colonizers in that area. I think they were Jewish. I believe they were Jewish. They were Jewish. They had an agreement. This land was filled with oil, and the Osage Nation became very wealthy off of it. This was an Indian nation, what they called. But while they were living lavishly and peacefully, and somewhat, they thought that they had a union with the white people in that area. There was a plot being set behind their backs, a devious plan, and I'm talking about generational genocide, like you wouldn't believe. Um, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I 3.5 hours of me sitting there, and it's a long movie. Trust me, long movies aren't for everyone. They're not really for me at times, unless there's a lot of spectacle going on. But this one, I went in ready to watch, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it, but I also hated all the actors in it. The fact that they casted such lovable, likable people like De Niro, Caprio, Fraser's in it, John Lithgow's in it. There are a lot of people who just pop up in this thing throughout the entire film. It is so hard. I'm not gonna say impossible. It was so hard to walk out of this and like anyone in this movie. I want to take my hat off, literally. Like, I really, literally want to take my hat off to Lily Gladstone, who is phenomenal in this movie. Like, you want to talk about a woman that represents strength and her people, and just doesn't put up with the bullshit, and just quietly moves with love. And if that's a real person, if that person was really, existed, and all the things that she goes through in this movie, I don't even know what I would say to that individual. Like, literally, like the character that she portrays, Molly, in this movie, and the things that character goes through throughout that 3.5 hours. I'm gonna stress. I'm gonna keep saying that 3.5 hours is pure, nothing short of amazing. If she is not nominated for something this coming Oscar season, I will kick tables over. I'm telling you right now. Oppenheimer, get the hell out of here. This movie right here has all the chops, all the heart, all the just everything you need. It has pieces of a love story, pieces of a court movie, pieces of a who done it, pieces of there's just so many things that come into this movie that I really, really thoroughly enjoyed. Um, and did and you feel the length, but it didn't bother me. Like literally, I just wanted to know if these characters were going to be okay. Like what's going to happen. I never read the book, so anyone that has probably read the book will probably know more about what's going on, or anyone from that heritage, that culture, will probably understand and know these stories better than I would. But I got to tell you, the way that they the way that Scorsese brought this thing to life was purely nothing short of amazing. Like I want to talk about the acting in this thing. I want to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio, who is like an absolute simp in this movie. He annoyed the hell out of me. Like I'm not even gonna lie. This is probably the one role by Leonardo DiCaprio that I was just not feeling. Like he is the biggest simp, and there are moments where they want you to empathize for him and feel bad for him, and you don't really essentially feel for him. You feel for the love story between him and Molly. But at the end of the day, I'm like, this guy is a fucking simp, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. Robert De Niro probably plays the best uh, on-screen version of the devil I've ever seen in my life in a long time, and I'm talking better than Pacino in that Keanu movie. I can't remember the name of it; it escapes me. It's a very popular movie, but I'm not saying in a literal sense. I'm just saying that his portrayal of William King, I can't remember, the last name escapes me, but yeah, man, you want to talk about pure evil? Like this guy, I don't know, man. Listen, Killers of the Flower Moon is in theaters right now, and I urge you all to go check this movie out and take something away, because it comes in a time where it's set. The time where it's set is like in a time where, think of this, like we're right now today, we're worried about borders, people coming into this country, but we're talking about a time when, before there were like state lines, before there were, forget borders, state lines. Like I could literally just hop in my car, leave Massachusetts, leave Connecticut, drive to Oklahoma with 50 people, or not drive, but gallop to Oklahoma and be like, you know what? I want this. This is mine. What are you gonna do about it? And the whole, even though it's based on the story, the book, where the FBI is kind of on the rise, and it comes at a time where there were people who didn't even really know what the FBI was, let alone respect their authority. Like this is like mid country. Like no one cares. They know about Washington. They know about the president, but they don't understand. They don't even comprehend the idea of a government agency coming in here to make us do anything that we're not supposed to do. Because there is an investigation, people that know, but where this takes place, it's savagery. It's just like there are people out there that just believe they can do whatever they want. And the most unsettling thing about this whole movie to me was the behavior of the people who have done what they did. Everyone was just okay with it. Okay, just it wasn't like even blinking or batting an eye. It was just individuals who were just like, yeah, get this done, do that. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, yeah. It's the most unsettling thing in this whole film. And you watch this, and you watch Molly's character played by Lily Gladstone, and you're just like, wow, 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours. Listen, guys, girls, go see Killers of the Flower Moon. I want to know what you all think about it. Are you super excited to see this movie? Is it even on your radar? Because I know some people didn't even know it existed, but this is definitely a must-watch. It's an Apple TV movie, so it is playing in theaters right now, but it will eventually hit Apple TV. I forget when. I think it's in about a week, maybe two. I should know this, but I don't know off the top. It is lengthy, but I'm telling you, it is worth every minute. Like, comment, share, make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, check out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.